The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Morning, fellas. Guys, very good morning. October 21st. Good morning, Randy and Sue. Guys, good morning. Hope you guys had a good afternoon. Tony, good morning. Are you here or are you in Florida, Tony? Guys, hope you all you're in Florida. Good morning, Stephen. Jacques, good morning. Guys, markets have been up and down, no real direction. I've gone down to 5-minute charts. Mimi, good morning. Irving, very early morning to you. Good morning to you. There's top of the hour, fellas. In any event, guys, it's Wednesday. I know we have Netflix beat yesterday. I know we have crude inventory today. Slight build yesterday in the API data. Nothing of any significance. That's it. Crude inventories. There's no news today. We do have earnings, however. Today is Wednesday. After the close, we are going to get Tesla, Xilinx. We're obviously interested in Tesla. For those of you guys that were around yesterday, I did post a trade on the Netflix earnings. Decent little trade. It got first target, went back and took us out at our entry. But it did finally go to second target. Coming into the session, 8 o'clock, I have my gold charts on. So I have gold bots now running. I have the euro on and the pound. Again, the pound, this is from yesterday. I mean, the likelihood of us getting a trade here is probably nil. So I may change that at some point to the 6C, which will trade more in line with crude. But I do have the pound. I have silver on also. I have turned my silver bots. Crude is currently in shorts with just under 1,000 sellers, but it's inventory day, and you know how crude can trade on inventory day. NASDAQ is giving me absolutely nothing. Back and forth. We could get back up to 55 from here. Could. I mean, that's the target I have. 2,290 net sellers. You guys have probably, I'm sure, all read the same stuff. Talk of a deal by Friday. The speculation is it going to be a deal or a watered down deal, just parts of it? So we don't know. Dollar index has moved lower. It's bounced off the overnight lows at 4:30 this morning. Crude hanging tough. Crude broke out last night above that 23 level, got as high as about 27. Overnight sellers in the ES. Overnight sellers in the YM. Not a lot going on here today, guys. Hey, Glenn, good morning. It has been a fairly mundane trade, I guess. Nothing to get excited about so far. In any event, guys, we're here. I do have gold, silver, euro, and pound bots running. Gold on the 15-minute is in a short. Would be in a short. Early. The 377 tick has taken a long and a short that I can see. Both have gone to first target only. Small range. The 3-minute is trying to turn up above VWAP here. I will quickly read the disclaimer, and we'll get on with it. By the way, if you guys are here for the week, good morning and welcome back. U.S. government required disclaimer. Futures and options trading has large potential rewards, but also large potential risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the futures and options markets. Do not trade with money you can't afford to lose. This website is neither a solicitation nor an offer to buy or sell futures or options. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those discussed on the website. Past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. CFTC Rule 4.41, hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Since trades have not been executed, results may have under or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those shown. And as a third disclaimer, past performance is not indicative of future results. Okay, guys? So in the NASDAQ at 3 o'clock, 3:06, good morning, Chris, we got a great short. And then here at 5:24, we got a really nice long, hit second target at 26 handles. And then this morning at 7:06, we got a nice short, hit second target at 27 handles. I mean, this is ideally the kind of price action we'd like to see consistently. You know, down, up, down, back and forth. We haven't seen much of that this week, which makes it a kind of a pain in the neck because we're largely sitting here. I mean, it's, you know, again, it's not a terrible week, guys. We're up long. Yeah, it's a long. NASDAQ is a long. I do have a target, Greg, at 55. We could go to 73. Okay, I like 60 half. But it's been a largely slow trade. But again, as I was saying, I mean, the bots are up $3,800 for the week. Not bad for 2 days trade. No trades in crude, no trades in the pound, no trades in the euro, although the euro is now looking like it wants to short. And on the close of this bar, it looks like the 3-minute will fire a trade. Let me get this out of here. So just to be clear and go over this again, the purple area on the robot is the time frame that I do not trade. That's what I've got the bot programmed, right? So it won't trade in here unless I take that off, but it will not trade in this purple area. Any of these purple areas. This is when the bot is shut off. It will only trade 8:30 to 11. And this is the 3-minute, right? So the 3-minute just fired along. So here's our first trade of the day. We still have small buyers in here, 17. Which, you know, the resistance is right where, I mean, it's a couple of 5-minute candles. It's going to have to, if it pushes up through 21.8, it'll be a decent trade. Good morning, Magnus. Bank of England comments, no reaction in the pound. If Rhythmic may not, Craig, I'm not sure. I do my back testing on TradeStation now. Hey, George. Because I'm generally not around at night. If I am, I will, yes, I'll trade. For those of you guys that are here on trial, I sent to you guys yesterday via benchmark email, and which I've loaded you all into the email service I use. And in that benchmark email, in the benchmark email, it may go to spam or junk. But I did a video yesterday around 2:30 in the afternoon. Maybe it was a little bit earlier than that. And I showed trades that could have been taken just because we closed the room. So this goes to George's point. Just because the room is closed at 11:30, that's because I eat a quick lunch generally at 11:30 to 12 o'clock, and I have one-on-ones with members. So I work with members, right? That does not mean that there are no trades to do at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock or 1:15 or 2:15 or 3:30 for that matter. So I sent you guys a video. There were a number of trades after we closed the room. You're not going to come one tick or two ticks shy, are you? 22, one tick shy. One tick, fellas, one tick. Come on. First target off, fellas. First target off on the bot. I've gone break even +1 on gold, or the bot has gone break even +1. If I pull as a member, feel free to ask those questions on Saturdays, and I'll show you. That's not, we're trading, right? So anybody that's here on a trial that elects to join us, I will be doing education on Saturday morning for new owners. So anybody that's joined, this week or joins this week, or anybody that may have joined in the last couple of weeks, the education will be for you folks only. No, order flow is entirely different. Order flow, this is order flow. This is the NASDAQ on order flow. Here's gold. We're going to get, this is more resistance here, 23.1, which is the 68% area of daily distribution. We're going to have to break through 23.5. That blue line is a swing, so it's a lower high. Steve, you're a member. I didn't send it to members. Micro gold first target. Nice, Reg. Nice job. Guys, the video I sent yesterday afternoon only went to the trials. Thank you, David. White House Chief of Staff, the goal remains to get a stimulus deal over the next 48 hours. So let's do this, guys. I'm going to have to manually move this here. So I put it out at third target at 24.6. Okay? So the bot, just to give you guys a recap, the robot is a multi-time frame analysis of moving averages, right? It's not just a simple moving average crossover. So it's assessing moving averages of the same denomination, right? Whatever we're using on the chart, on our secondary time frames, which you can see on the left. When those have all met or are all the same, and then you get a trade on your primary chart, in this case, the 3-minute, you will get a trade. If one of those is incongruent, you will not get a trade. So the robot will not fire against a white background. You will see a white background whenever they are, one or more of your time frames are incongruent. It auto executes the trade, and it's plotting stops and targets based on average true range. Now I have, as I've talked about throughout the week, there are several options as a trader that you all can exercise control over. For instance, I have my bot set to go break even plus 1 tick. I will tell you on the smaller time frames, like the 377 tick, that break even plus 1 will take you out of that trade 90% of the time. Price will go to first target and then retrace quickly. Now, we would have had second target at 21 ticks, right? So I'm trying to get to that 24.6, which the bot has identified. And were I using an ATM strategy that identified a third target, I wouldn't have had to manually, we hit target to the tick and no fill. There it is. Come on, buddy. Come on. So what I'm going to do now here, guys, I'm going to, never mind, we got target. So all 3 targets would have been hit, right? Not a bad first trade. So if y'all were trading 3 contracts, that's my southern. If y'all were trading 3 contracts, 2 would have come off at first target, which I believe looks like 10 ticks. And you would have, so that's $200. And you just got a 31 tick trade on the runner. It's a $510 trade. Right? I would suspect that many of you would be done for the day. So you can build an ATM strategy, 1 contract, let's just say stop at whatever, make it up, 20 ticks. Nice trade, Greg. 20 ticks. And no target, put 0 in there. So what'll happen is, at that point, the bot will just trail. So let me give you I'll show you. So if you had no identified target, I'm using 10-4-20, Richard. Right now, your bot would be auto trailed to first target. Okay, to first target, 23.9. So you could theoretically just trail indefinitely. And for those of you folks, again, that may trade the micros, it's the same bot. It's the same settings, guys. We don't alter the settings for micros. Something filled somewhere. Silver. First trade of the week for silver. How much capital to trade? Okay, so yes, it was, Edward. So now we have a long in silver. Now, I will say most of the room does not trade silver. We have very few guys that actually trade silver. How much cap? So it depends on your clearing firm. If you are with Dorman, the mini is $1,000 on the NASDAQ, let's say, right? The mini's $1,000. So the micro would be $100 per contract. If you're with Phillips Capital, it's $4,400 per contract on the mini. The micro would then be $440. I do not recommend Phillips Capital at all. Morning, Brian. Now, again, is there anybody here that's on trial? That's trading, period, William. Whether you're trading the bot or trading with a DOM or trading on your own or just pushing a button, it's the bot is only executing trades based on. So you're trading YM and NQ. So, again, I know what NASDAQ is. It's $1,000. I don't oftentimes pay attention to the YM unless it's on that hourly chart. Yeah, Phillips is. Can you? Yes, you can change to Dorman from Ninja. I would contact Ninja and tell them you want to clear through Dorman. Your broker is the same. It's just your clearing firm. Phillips is just. Again, I had an account with Phillips. I closed it. Okay. It has no idea if Trump is winning the election or Biden is winning the election or COVID. It doesn't know anything about anything. Unlike you or I, it is utterly and completely unemotional. So we'll take losing trades. Now, today we started out with a very nice winning trade. Good morning, Hubba Hubba. Started out with a very nice winning trade. There are days we start out with losing trades. So to answer that specific question, what is the draw? It's going to be dependent on, are you trading micros or minis? How many contracts? Your bot's a Republican? So is mine. The coincidence. I only built it for Republicans. Democrats don't care about capitalism. If anybody's here on a trial, I don't mean to be offensive. If I inadvertently offend you, my apologies in advance. I'll tell you guys a funny story in a minute. In any event, I've seen losing first trades, $2,000. I don't care where we start. I don't care where we start, right? Down 2,000, down 2 million. What I care about is, where are we at the end of the day, right? One thing about the markets, we could get sideways and choppy, and the markets generally will even themselves out and eventually find a direction, right? They could be seasick for 2 hours and stutter around and then find their direction, find their footing, right? So cash management always is going to come into play, right? I'll show you this guy. This silver's trying. Cash management always comes into play. Whether you're pushing the button or the bot is pushing the button, you always have to say, okay, what is my account size? What is my daily goal? And if that's the case, how do I trade around that? The robot is a perfect see here. So I've been in this room environment and teaching for better part of 7+ years. And most traders have very similar issues. The first issue, if you will, is most traders can't identify an actual entry. And even if they can identify the actual entry, many traders suffer from apprehension based on fear, right? The second issue that many traders have an issue with is they cannot accurately identify, a stop or a target. So I'm sure there's traders in the room that have done this, right? I mean, most of us have gone through probably a fairly horrific learning curve where we have lost money. I'm not immune to that. You're not immune to that. Greg Henry is immune to that, but I'm not immune to that. So what happens is with many traders, I've done that too. What happens with many traders is they'll take a trade, like this silver trade, for instance, right? Now, let's see if we can get it to pop. And they don't know really how to identify a target, but they're so used to losing that if this trade were up $200, they'll close that trade. Well, why take 200 if you can make 300 or 400 or 500? If you're willing to, so where the bot is extraordinary for traders, and one of the reasons I love, and I think probably most of you should, robotic systems, it trades unemotionally. There is no irrational button pushing. There's no revenge trades. There's none of that. There's no, I'm going to double down. I lost 300 on the last trade, but if I put 6 cars on this trade, I only need to get 5 points and I'm right back where I was. There's none of that. It's an unemotional trade, and it is identified stops and targets based on current market volatility, right? Using average true range. Now, as traders, we still have the ability to screw the trade up, and I've done it with the bot. I've cut trades short. I've seen draw on trades and decided I didn't like the trade and shut it off and watch the thing go to target. So, see, again, that's a question, William, that I get at. So he's asking what's its win rate? So that's a question. That is a question that I literally get asked every single day, whether it's, trials, or somebody calls me on the phone and they've seen the website and they say, hey, what's the win rate? So I cannot give you a specific, and let me explain why. You're not asking me a specific. You're asking me a win rate. You're not asking me, hey, what's the win rate on the ES 15-minute time frame? What's the win rate on gold on a 377 tick? You're asking me a generic question. Let me give you somewhat of an answer. Ideally, when I optimize the robots, right? Agreed, Steve. When I optimize the robots, I like to be around 70% win rate. Now, we can hone these and so fine-tune them that we could literally get a win rate that's 100%, like I showed yesterday. Right? It was on crude. But I think it only took 3 trades or 5 trades or something in the last 6 weeks. Most traders are not looking for 3 to 5 trades in a month and a half period. Now, if you're one of those traders, we can hone the parameters down to where it's had 100% success rate. So let me do something. I'm going to move this. Let me just do one thing because I tried this yesterday. Hang on, guys. Give me a second. Okay. This is the NASDAQ. This is on a daily chart. It took a short back here on February 25th. 287 handles, 446 handles, and 625 handles. It took a long on April 8th. This is what I'm saying about the bot being unemotional. Took a long on April 8th. Height of the coronavirus pandemic. Height of business closings. Height of unemployment. Robot doesn't know any of that. Nobody told it. It's got a complete inability to retain any information. 670 handles. 1,117 handles. 1,564 handles. That's $20 a point. Nice job, Reg. Then it takes a short. So on a daily basis, the NASDAQ takes its third trade on September 10th. It only goes 496 points. That's it, 10 grand. Well, what are you going to do? Then it takes a long. October 1st, it goes 481 points. So this is what I'm saying. I can hone these down on any time frame to give you a perfect. It's perfect. Here's 100% winners. 1, 2, 3, 4 trades. You'd have taken 4 trades in the NASDAQ this year trading the bot on a daily basis, right? Now, nobody does. Nobody does. And right now, it looks to me on a daily, we're holding some daily support here at about 590. We've got better support down here at 497, 100 points below that. And we would roll over, my guess is somewhere down in here, below 400, 450. I don't know. I'd have, again, we could accelerate that. But I could do the same thing on a 5-minute chart, a 15-minute chart, whatever the case may be. We could hone them down so that there's all winners, but you may only get 4 trades a year. Nobody, now, everybody would take that trade if there were no risk. There's always risk. Right? So there's my daily that I tried to load for you guys yesterday. Silver's pushing a bunch. Silver's pushing a bunch of resistance up here. Silver has to break out above the 75 area, 80 area, 270, 75. But in any event, that's the robot. I'll keep this so I don't have to look for it again. Any questions on that, fellas? Any questions on the robot? The beauty of an automated system is that you don't have to make decisions. Most traders cannot. Yeah, so I think, George, you're the one that asked, why don't I run them all night long? You may have been the one that asked that. Somebody did. So why don't I run the bots all night long? As I said before, and I'll reiterate, I said it yesterday, I said it Monday, I'll reiterate it for today. I come into the room, especially when we have a trial of, this many folks. If we came into the room at 8 o'clock this morning and I said, all right, fellas, I'm up $3,000. Would anybody care? Would you care? You didn't see the trades. We can't verify the trades. There's no recording of the trades. And then if I'm down 1,500 in the cash session, or this 8 o'clock to 11:30 session, and I'm still up $1,500, would anybody care? Nobody would care. No one cares what I make. No one cares what you make. The only people that care are yourselves. The stop is built into the robot. Yes. Yes. Heim, it is built into the robot. And the robot will auto reverse. So if the trend changes, the robot will auto reverse on that trend change. Well, you would be the only one that would care if we came into the room up through, and I was up. Hey, Sylvan, good morning. And I was up a lot of money. I mean, theoretically, Craig, no, there is no danger of running the robots when you're not there. I mean, that's what it was built for. Now let's talk reality. You lose power in your house. You're in a trade and you have no way of knowing you're in a trade. I mean, I have members that trade the robot on their home computer from work. And what they do is they watch it remotely. There's programs that will allow you to remotely watch your computer, right? So here is this silver trying to break that 70. If silver breaks up through 70, 75, it still has to contend with about 95. But if it gets through that, it's going to go. Yeah, so that okay, so generally speaking, George, and this is me. Generally speaking, I turn gold on at 8 a.m. Eastern. Now, I know, and you know as a trader, gold trades extremely well in the Asian session overnight. Right? We all know that. But I turn it on when we come into the room at 8 a.m. I turn crude on about 9 a.m. And then I turn my indices on at 9:30. Now, that's personal preference. There is no right or wrong. Again, I sent a video to you guys yesterday. If you didn't get it, you didn't get it. But I sent a video to everybody that's registered for this webinar of trades that could have been taken or the bot would have taken in the afternoon. All big trades. Big trades. So, James, that's another question I get answered daily. I get asked daily. What size account do you need to trade the robot? The same size account that you would need to trade if you were trading. One, it's going to be predicated on who is your clearing firm. Assuming it's Dorman, their margins are a lot less than Phillips Capital. It's going to be based on how many contracts are you trading? 1, 2, 3, 30, 100, I don't know. Two, it's going to be predicated on how many positions will you trade simultaneously. So for instance, if gold and the NASDAQ and ES all had trades on, not necessarily simultaneously, right, all firing at once, but if they all gave trades, you know, let's just say 10 minutes apart, would you take all three? So your account size doesn't change because it's a robotic system. Your account size is still based on what is your trade style. Many traders will only take one trade at a time. I'm in the NASDAQ trade and I see gold is going to go long. I'm not going to take the trade. It could, Jerry. The only one that would generally interfere with that is the 377 tick because it's so small. So what I do is if I'm running a 15-minute and a 3-minute and the 377 initially, when a trade fires, I shut the other two off if it's on the 377 because that's such a small time frame. I mean, look at a 15-minute candle and then look at a 377 tick candle, and that, you know, obviously you could have a pullback on a 15-minute, which would give you the short, let's just say if we were longs, would give you the short on the 377 tick and still go to target, but still maintain the trend. It's just a pullback. This thing does not want to break right here, but if it does, it could be. I do not have a robot built for natural gas. I actually have one in the member area, but George, I don't trade natural gas much in the summer months. This is the time of year I start trading it again, but natural gas isn't a long. You have resistance here at 3052. If it can get through that, it goes to 076. Yeah, there was a great breakout of natural gas at I missed it. 8:20 on a 5-minute. I missed it. But I'm doing a lot of chatting right now and trying to give you guys a more fuller overview, if you will, of the bot. About 2 ticks higher, and I think this breaks out. 80.85. There's 85. Come on. Let's go. It's a nice trade, guys. $500 on silver, $500 on any trade. Right? If you guys wanted to take your money, you can. If we get one more candle here in this Uniranko, this thing's going to blow up. Gold is stuck too. Yeah, they do have a lot of negative delta, but talk of stimulus, they'll buy this stuff back in a heartbeat. It still can't top. Natural gas could pull back in here. Let me look at crude. I got nothing on crude. I missed a great trade on crude. Yeah, I mean, 18 ticks. It's not enormous, but there we go. There you go, guys. There's silver, 12, 13. Oh, it's at target. First target filled, guys. How you like me now? Gold broke out too. So now the bot has gone break even +1. That's better than a $1,000 trade. And there goes crude breaking out. Better than a $1,000 trade here, fellas. Can't lose money now, right? It's break even +1. Whatever it does, it does. There has not been. Gold on the 377 tick is already well into longs. Meadows will be speaking with Mnuchin shortly. That's always a scary thought. Connection lost is always a scary thought or a scary sound. It trades them all the same. Thank you, Jerry. Trades them all the same. Again, the bot has no preference as to what you put it on. I don't care if you trade soybeans, corn, cotton, lumber. You could trade frozen concentrated orange juice if you want. Somebody's got to chuckle at that. I will go over pricing and the memberships on Friday. Although I sent it out in the email yesterday. I sent 2 emails to you guys yesterday. I sent the daily follow-up. This week, guys, I have way too many trials. Man, I loved that thing when I was a kid, Greg. I sent you guys out 2 emails yesterday. After our session, I recorded the video and I sent you guys the video. And then in the afternoon, I did. I don't know why, Shri, you're a member. You're a member. I'm not sending them to members. I've said it 1,763,000 trillion bazillion times. If you guys want to see the videos, I post them every single day on YouTube and Vimeo. All the videos are there. YouTube and Vimeo. So for my trials, On an average week, I get, maybe 12 trials a week. That's about an average week. And then I do an individual email, much like I sent you guys the access link. This week, I have well over 100 trials. There is no way I could do 100 emails plus a day, plus respond to all the emails I get every day. I refuse to wear the gorilla suit. So you are all entered in Benchmark Email, which is my email service. So at the conclusion of the session yesterday, I sent you guys. Man, my internal clock keeps doing this today, and I don't know why. Every once in a while, it X up, about every 3 to 6 months. So I sent you guys out a video and a recap, and then I sent out a second video in the afternoon. And I can show you guys the trades. I mean, I can show them to you on a chart today. But you can trade the bot. If the markets are open, you can trade the bot. Nice job, James. Nice job. Thought you stopped trading silver. Yeah, because that's what we found worked the best. So, Jerry, I went through a number of different things, time-based charts. For a long while, we traded a 6 range on silver. And what I found with silver, much like the ES, is the smaller time frames are not profitable enough. They're profitable, but not enough for me. What does that mean? That means that, if I get two trades that are, winners, and then I get a loser, I still make money, but not enough. Philip, I just can't, again, I can't fathom why. So with silver, much like the ES, you're better off trading a bigger time frame that keeps you in the trend direction. You may get some pullback, but it keeps you in the direction of the trade. Now, again, the pros and cons on silver, this is a big Unirenko, right? It's a 10-4-20. The pros and cons on silver are it's $25 a tick. Not a lot of guys want to trade silver. But we're following gold higher and higher and higher, guys. I mean, we're going up. Now, if they come out with no deal, dollar index will rocket the other way. No, the invite to webinar comes from GoToWebinar. All right, so here's what I'll do, fellas. Here's anybody that's here on trial that did not receive yesterday's email, either the daily follow-up or the afternoon video that I sent out, send me an email. Send it to my personal email address. I will give it to you. Send it to robertamico055@gmail.com. Steve, I post every single day on YouTube. Every single day on YouTube. Every single day. They're here literally every single day. Here's yesterday's session. Here's yesterday. And then I also post to Vimeo. They're all here on Vimeo. Okay. every single day. Or you guys can just go to Vimeo. Here is the afternoon video. This was the afternoon video that I did. Okay. Now, some of them are private, like order flow education. You have to have the link to view it. But this is yesterday's room video and yesterday's video. If you guys send me an email, I will send you guys out the video. This is going to take me out, and we're done. We're done with silver. All right, fellas. It is 9 o'clock. I am going to take my breakfast break. I will be back momentarily. Okay, guys? You have a short in the NASDAQ if anybody wants it. 65, 66, 67. Okay, I'll be back, guys. And today I'll show you guys some order flow stuff. So, David, the bot does that. The bot uses average true range to identify targets and stops. And as volatility or true range increases and decreases, targets and stops will increase and decrease with increased or decreased volatility. No, not exactly, James. It takes trades in the direction of the trend of the chart you're trading, which is different than what you're asking me. So for instance, gold on a daily basis could be in longs, but the 3-minute could be in shorts, just a pullback in the overall trend. So it's taking trades in the direction of the chart. So there is a setting in the robot that allows for the user, David, to put in a daily goal and a daily loss. So let's just use $500. So if you should hit, that's a theoretical number. It's not an exact number, and I'll explain why. If you were in a trade, let's say you were up $499 and your daily goal is 500 and it enters a trade, it's not going to make $1 and close that trade. If that trade went up $400, you would then be up $899. If it took a loss, then of course you didn't hit your daily goal. Same with the downside. If your daily draw is $499, $500, and you were down $499, and it takes a trade and takes $100 in draw, it won't automatically close the trade. So we toyed with that idea. Should we make it a hard target and a hard stop, and the bot would auto close the trade? And the overwhelming preponderance was let the trade finish out. So if your daily goal is 500, you could finish well above that depending on the last trade. If your daily goal or loss was 500, you could finish below that depending on the last trade. I mean, Bill, William, I will always trade the NASDAQ. I mean, that's my, NASDAQ is my jam. I mean, I'm a NASDAQ guy. It moves. I'm not a big ES trader. The bot does really well on the ES though. Let's see here. Dale, you asked a question. Hang on. If you trade 2 different ES charts on the bot, will it close the bots? Yes, it will. Yep. That's why, Dale, what you have to do, if you like, for instance, gold. I'll give you a perfect example. The 3-minute in gold could be long, and you're in a long trade on a 3-minute, and the 377 tick, which is a very small time frame, could pull back and go short. Now, both those trades could ultimately work out. But in order to trade, if someone were attempting to trade both time frames simultaneously, you would have to have your primary account, and then you would have to have a sub account. Ninja will do sub accounts. I mean, you don't need it. All I do is turn the bot off. on the small time frame. So if I'm in a trade on gold, regardless of the time frame, I trade 3 gold charts, a 15-minute, a 3-minute, and a 377 tick. If one of them takes a trade, I simply shut the other 2 off. I mean, I could look, for instance, I could look at the 3-minute and say the likelihood of the 3-minute going short, even if the 377 were to take a short now, is nil. I mean, I would have to have probably a $6 move down, $4 move down to roll it over. So the trend is up. So I don't necessarily have to, but again, this comes with a little bit of experience. I don't necessarily need to shut the 3-minute off. If it's already in a long, it's already in a long. Doesn't matter if it pulls back. The 377, because it's so small, is the only one that would conflict. Now, it happened to me yesterday. I was in a long on the 3-minute robot on the NASDAQ, but I had the damn 15 range on, if you guys recall. And the long got canceled out by the 15 range that went short. It was just a pullback. If you turn it on, it will. If you turn it on, that's why I kind of wait. Again, David, so now it will take trades shortly before the market open, and it can get caught up in those price swings. But it depends on the chart that you're talking about. So let me give you a for instance. At market open, this 15 range, which is what you're looking at on the screen as well, is going to go haywire, up and down, up and down, up and down. But in relation to the 3-minute, what does that really mean? Nothing. Nothing. This could pull back to 56 and still be in the trend. It could probably go lower than that and still be in this uptrend on a 3-minute, right? We're just talking 3-minute and 15 range. Conversely, this would short, give or take, about 67, 65, and could go to targets, and all this did was pull back. So these small, I don't trade this a ton because the volatility has been too high to trade it. So I try to stay away from that stuff. Doesn't mean I won't trade them. It just means I trade the real small stuff judiciously. Does that make sense, guys? Does the bot work? Yes, it does, George. Mm-hmm. They're not identical, but they're, I mean, as far as the looks and everything, I can show you Sierra charts. I have a Sierra chart demo. I tried Sierra charts, fellas, for about 30 days. And after 30 days, still can't figure it out. I mean, I know guys that use Sierra charts love it. I couldn't even build a chart on Sierra charts, literally. It is not built for Thinkorswim. But what you can do, Caleb, you can connect Thinkorswim to Ninja, thereby getting equity data on your Ninja platform, and you can actually trade stocks with the bot on Ninja. Anybody that trades Forex, you can tie in either Oanda. I have an account at Oanda, or FXDM, and you can trade Forex vis-a-vis your Ninja platform. What's my favorite time frame? I mean, that's kind of dependent on individuals, but I mean, I like the 3-minute. If I'm trading the ES, it's the 15-minute. If I'm trading the YM, it's an hourly. I'm not a big YM guy. I will trade it. I'm not crazy about it. Same goes for the Russell. I'm not crazy. I mean, I just don't trade it a lot. Dollar index getting a little bit of a bump up here. I don't think it's going much past VWAP. Ton of resistance here on the dollar index. We do have crude inventory today, just to show you guys real quick. Crude has been in a short since 347 this morning. It's already hit first target at 18 ticks, moving lower. Small sellers, 385 net sellers, nothing. So we would need some buying to turn this thing north. If you use TD, hang on. If you use TD Ameritrade API with Ninja, are the trades made in Ninja or TD Ameritrade? They're made in your Ameritrade account. You have to be funded in Ninja, but they're made in the Ameritrade account. So what are your favorite three markets to trade with the bots? Gold, NASDAQ, and NASDAQ. Gold, NASDAQ, and probably the ES. The only crude trades really well. The only crude chart I'm running, mainly because of screen space, and I don't really care about crude, is that Unirenco. Now we have a 3-minute chart that trades well on crude. All right, guys, we're getting ready for the open here. Minute and just under 2 minutes. Is anybody short NASDAQ at the 65, 66, 67 level? If NASDAQ breaks down, NASDAQ's got to get down below 58. It gets, I think, just creamed. And we do have 1,900 net sellers on the session, fellas. Crude is still selling. It's almost a second target again. It fired the short at 347. So one of the questions I get asked is, can you run them overnight? Of course. Of course. Message them. All right, fellas. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. If NASDAQ breaks down below 58, it's going to get hit. Oops. I might want to get my damn bots on, huh? All right, I'm good to go. We're off. We are off. Hate this. Deep. Here we go. Here comes your NASDAQ, guys. Got to break 58. 58, and it's going to get hit. We could come all the way down to 620. Could. I don't know that we do, but if it breaks 58, well, we did break 58. 55. No buyers yet, fellas. None yet. Take a look at gold. Yeah, gold has got bouncing right here at 26. YM is basically doing diddly squat. Let me take a look at the NASDAQ. Yeah, we got a big bullish candle here. NASDAQ was a 26 long. I missed it, fellas. I mean gold. We got 107 whole buyers up here. 107. Crude, I've got nothing. Let me reload that. ES is basically sitting, though it looks like it's trying to pull back. Get a 15-minute here. NASDAQ is pushing the 50 and the 100 on the 15-minute until it can get through about 95. If it gets through 95, it's going to go. Unless it gets through 95, it isn't going anywhere. YM is just parked. Dollar index is turning south again. There we go. NASDAQ can go now. Got all morning, guys, on order flow trades. There are no bot trades at the moment. None. ES on the 15-minute is just really quiet. So we got, this is just the opening range push. $126 buyers in the previous 3-minute candle. We got a couple of hundred here. Still negative delta 15. I'll take a look at equities in a minute. Anybody buying Tesla ahead of the earnings? Anybody long CL? Okay, Chris. All right, Gary. Now we got to get back through 41. It's gone a few ticks. Let them chop around. 10 minutes into this day. We could get a short on the euro if the dollar bounces. And I don't know why YM won't play catch up. Get out of this stupid little consolidation. I don't have anything on the NASDAQ here, fellas. I've got to find YM or ES. Damn it, ES. I mean, YM should be the next to go, guys. It's not gone yet. Long YM. Long YM. God dang it. YM just caught up. Or is trying. YM is longs, fellas. It's going to have to get through 245. We're at 211. If it gets through 245, it's going to blow. Yeah, if I were watching the chart, I would have been long about 185. There's a 5-minute bull flag. But again, I'm cycling through charts at the open here, and I missed the 185, but it's longs. It's longs. You hit 06? Nice. Very nice. Anybody long YM? Anybody long YM? Oh, thank you, Don. NASDAQ got my targets. Next level up for NASDAQ. I'd like to see a pullback 760. Nobody's long YM? Okay. I will not watch it. We might, no. Come on, NASDAQ, pull back some. Guys, I'm cycling through charts to find trades. ES is blowing. YM is, nobody's long YM, right? Okay, we'll not watch it. Let me see natural gas. Natural gas is a short. 3016. It's got support at 8. It's got to break 8. Okay, Gary, you're long YM. Nice. It's got to break 8. If NG breaks 8, it'll come down. I do have crude in a long. It's just got to get above. If it gets above 03, 4103, it's going to go. It's going to go hooey. I guess all I can do is watch. NASDAQ's headed to 760. Ugh, come on. GC is flat as a pancake. NASDAQ's now headed to 760. I'd like to see a damn pullback. Got nowhere to get in. ES breaks out above 34.50, 49. Above 49 on the ES. We go probably 56. We could go all the way up to 67. All right, guys, we got a bot trade. Got a bot trade on the ES Unirenco. Come on. No, it's on the 15-minute. We got a long trade on the bot on a 15-minute. Hang on, fellas. There you go. All right, fellas. We're going to break out in the NASDAQ again, guys. We're just going to keep going. YM is a great trade. We're through that 45. YM is a great trade. Anybody that took it. Getting a pullback here, guys. I don't think we're pulling back far. Took target one for 50 YM ticks. Nice job, Gary. Nice job. NASDAQ's bought them all back, guys, except 300 cars. Okay, Bill. See you tomorrow. Here goes the ES fellas trying to get to target. There we go. Target filled. First target filled on the ES. Break even 1. There we go, guys. There we go, fellas. Breaking out. 797, Chris. NASDAQ next target is 797. We got first target off on the bot, guys, on the ES. Let's knock on wood. No losing bot trades today. Stop is, again, break even +1. How about that YM trade, fellas? That was a beast. Ugh, do this all the time. Come on, let's go get 800. You guys want to take NASDAQ long again in here, you can take NASDAQ right here. Your stop has to be 20. You may want to trade micros. Target is 97. Target is 97. Come on, blow that high. Let's go. Get above 60. Get above 60. That is Ninja's order flow. Delta. We pirated the Delta from Ninja. It's basically the same ribbon we have on our order flow. If you look at the bottom of my order flow, it's the same ribbon. I have no idea where it is on Ninja Trader 8. I don't use their indicators, Jason. Hang on one second, fellas. Look at this stupid son of a gun again. Every once in a while, guys, my Prime does this. Yes, you must have a lifetime license. That is correct. Let's go, Ninja. Break out again. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, pump up the jam, baby. Pump it up. Let's go get us another high. Come on, 95, 97. Let's go. High of the day is 60 so far. You're just below the high of the day. Here we go. Come on. Come on. I think if we can crack that high again, guys, it's gonna rocket. Down to 160 negative delta. There we go. Come on, buddy. Pop it. YM was a monster. Monster. NASDAQ's a nice trade. Very nice trade. ES is a nice trade on the bot. That's all that's fired, fellas. No other bot trades. Currently, the bots are up 24.30 pending the outcome of this trade. Next 15-minute candle is in 6.5 minutes or so. Long at 47 if it works. Last trade of the day. Awesome day. In fact, you could say super stupendous. Nice job, Reg. Guys, this is going to go. It's I think a function of time. We're just working through some overhead supply. Come on, new high. Let's go, baby. Come on. You got it. You want it. You know you do. You know you do. Come on, ES. Here comes the high. Let's go. Go get it. We're down to 55 negative delta. It's got to get through. If we get through 70, this thing goes to target at 95, 97. Come on, chump. Anybody is long, you could take some risk off here if you want. Your prerogative. We've got to blow through this high here and through 70. So we got a bit of resistance here between the high and 70. If anybody is long and wants to take some off, we're up near the high of the day. It's your prerogative. Now we've been here 3 times and didn't break it. Green Delta, 2 contracts. Guys, you got a target on the YM next level up, 371. Yeah, but they're not moving it anywhere yet. I mean, we're due for pullback somewhere in here. What I'd like to see is this current 15-minute candle close over 55, which is where we're at now. And then the next 15-minute candle, there it goes, blow it out. Okay, now my Dom's nice and frozen. There goes ES. Come on, NASDAQ, you have them. You got them. Guys, if we get through 70, we're going to 84 quickly. Through 70, it goes to 84. Right to 68. Got to get through 70, and it goes to 84 quick. I mean, anybody that's shorting these markets is an utter fool. Just an utter fool as a position trader. I'm not talking about scalps. We're through 70. Come on. Let them run it, baby. There's 80. We're getting to 84. One minute to the next 15 minute. All right, fellas. Here comes the next 15 minute. Anybody have any questions, fellas? Guys, 95 is your target. We double topped on a 5 minute. We got to take out that high again. 95 is the target I have. Yep, we got that 70. We should get to 84. We can go 807, actually. 807. Anybody holding NASDAQ, fellas? Anybody holding NASDAQ? Okay, Rich. All right, John. The power of order flow, fellas. The power of order flow. So here's what I'm looking at right now. We could pull back into 60. Anybody think they want to short this puppy? Not I. I'm moving my stop up, guys, to 51. I'm going to lock in the 3 handles on the ES. Again, that may be way too tight, and I may miss the rest of that move up. But we're due for a pullback. Okay, out on the ES, fellas. That puts us up on the day 2580 on what, 3 to 4 trades? Now you could trade these and not use the targets. I mean, look, 31 tick target, and that was at 24.6. I mean, this thing has been as high as 33, almost $10 higher. Right? So that's your 3 minute. The 377 is the same, very small time frame. If you're going to, so this is a chart that would be interesting on a pullback. I agree with that, Jay. The 377. Here is the 15 minute, which we saw 52 ticks on the runner and still going. We're not getting another trade. We're not going to get a short. So I'll have to, look for pullbacks to get in there. The only thing, the ES I've already shown you. I've shown you the ES. The only thing that's close is this YM. If this turns up long. That's a 60-minute chart, though. So even if it were to take a trade, wouldn't go long now until 11 o'clock. The pound and the euro. Anybody watch Shark Tank? Any of you guys watch Shark Tank? The pound and the euro are dead to me. They're not taking a trade. They're well into long, like miles into longs, not taking a trade. Gold is on the cusp of breaking out yet again. We're headed to 35. Here's where we're going on gold. If we can get above 34, we go 38. I mean, unless for some crazy reason, this stimulus that may come out sometime today, tomorrow, or Friday disappoints, the dollar is going to get cremated and we're going to go. So now we're getting a pullback, which we need. Crude inventory in 10 minutes. I showed you the crude chart. I took an order flow trade against the bot. The bot shorted at 347. It's never gone into a long. We've hit first target, almost a second target, about 6 ticks shy of the second target, but it is in a short. Now, if it turns up, my time frames are giving me it would go long. My order flow trade, which I gave about 93 or 4, got up here to 8. Not a big trade, a trade. My 3 favorite markets are in probably this particular order would be the NASDAQ, gold, and the ES. As far as what makes the most money, it would be the one instrument probably that no one trades, or very few people will trade it, which is silver. Silver makes the most money. $10 minutes to CL, fellas. I will watch crude. We're 1.5 million barrel draw. I mean, I don't know how they don't beat every week. 1.5 million, 2 million. That's really all they. A draw of 1.5, distillates 1.5. Crude is 1, gasoline is 1.5, and distillates, diesel is 1.5. I don't know how they don't beat this every single week. We had a slight increase last night in the API data, 500 and some odd thousand barrels, not much. Silver's a heck of a market. You definitely need lots of brass nuggets, no question. I agree with that. It is not for the faint of heart. $25 a tick. It's like trading coffee for any of you guys that trade coffee. Patrick is the only one in the room that I know that trades coffee. I used to, but nobody will trade it. Dirk, it's on the Unirenko. I mean, watch this right here. You maybe get a small, quick move here. Any of my trials have any questions, fellas? Anything at all? I'm happy to answer questions, guys. I have no trades. None. That looks like a long to me. I have no trades I can do at this point. We rocked it on my YM trade. We rocked YM. We rocked the NASDAQ. Gold is setting up to break out again right here at 33. Look at that. And you fail on me. Let me see what I got here. Nothing. It's nothing. Yes, Jeff. What's the problem? Okay, James. Any questions, fellas? I am happy to answer, guys. I have no order flow trades. We're in the middle of nowhere. I might, maybe some of these more esoteric things like cotton or soybeans or, bean meal on the indices, gold. I have nothing. I'm waiting on crude to see if we can't. All right, Dirk. Let me take a look, buddy. I'll tell you guys, Dirk is our resident Bitcoin guy. Whenever he emails me, like when he bought the order flow, he said, "Oh my God, that's like nothing. That's a quarter Bitcoin, whatever." Yeah, look at that, up $821, 12,750. For those of you guys that don't know, I know Dirk does because he asks. We're working on the bot for the. Bear with me 1 second, guys. I have a call coming in. All right, guys, I'm back. All right, fellas, I am watching at this point crude for inventory. I'm not paying any attention to the NASDAQ or the YM or anything else. We needed a pullback. We broke out from 47. We've pulled back into that. Bitcoin up 811, 12,740. Dirk, nice. I ever tell you my, we got a couple minutes before inventory. I ever tell you my son's, so we're getting set, fellas, here for a short trade on the NASDAQ. YM was a nice short. Back to VWAP. Let's take a look at that ES. Oh my goodness gracious me. ES got to VWAP, 44 target. My goodness. Hit. Hit and hit. We're trying to ping off a VWAP here, but I don't think so, fellas. This NASDAQ could get rock and rolled. Guys, give me 1 minute if you would. Want me to go over the losing trades we had today in the bot, guys? We're done. There were none. There were no losing trades today. Any of my trials have any questions, guys? We're coming into the witching hour, fellas. Which is the last 30 minutes of Europe. Does anybody have any questions? Let's see, where's my ES? Where'd we get 701? So as I talked about yesterday, Craig, we have built our own strategy to do the back testing. What I'll do is this. I'll go very briefly through a couple of things because I don't have any trades. NASDAQ is long if you guys are interested. It's long. Right of the NQ and GC charts. This is actually not my indicator here. That's not mine. And I'm reluctant to speak about it because I don't really understand it. Conceptually, I get it, but I'm not exactly sure how that's being traded. YM is a long too. YM and NQ are longs, guys. All right, so let me go over a couple of things, fellas. All right. So yesterday I showed how we come up with our back testing. Okay. This is an analyzer that was built, whenever Ninja gets around to loading it. There we go. This is ours. This was built for the robot, right? So we do optimization, Target Trading Pro bots. Last name goes in there. We check moving averages from 8 to 20 on the fast period. Now, again, unless you guys are interested in doing all of this yourself, this is an add-on, right? Doesn't come with the bot purchase. Okay, this is $397. We want to check whatever times we're going to check. Let's just say 9 to 11:30. Let's do 8 to 11:30. Okay. I'm going to do a 5-minute. I'm going to take that off. I'm just going to show you just a quick sample, guys. I'm not going to go through much of this, but this is where we start. Again, I talked about all this yesterday. I'm not going to touch any of the ATR periods, etc. So let's just check crude, and let's do it on a 15-minute. Okay. This is not a chart I trade. What we're going to do is check from October 1st through yesterday, and let's see what this would have done. Okay. There we go. So this is going to do our back testing, give us a jump off point. And I don't know why it's so dang slow, but par for the course for Ninja. All right. So if we would have traded from October 1st, okay? Yes, it does, Kate. If we would have traded from October 1st through yesterday, trading 3 contracts on the crude on a 15-minute time frame using just one single filter, 5-minute filter, we would have taken 10 trades since October 1st. I don't know how many trade days that encompasses, but from October 1st, we have a 70% win rate. We have a profit factor of 6.94, which is very good. Gross profit was $2,500. After fees, you would have netted $2,000. Kate, I've been showing the bot every day since Monday if you've been in the room. Every trade. Oh, okay. 2,140. I've shown every trade since Monday. So if these are numbers that you can work with, you then build a chart. You come over here, you hover over this, and this is telling me that I need moving averages of 10 and 36 to get these numbers. And it tells me, my ATR, my stop, 10 tick stop, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So this is our back testing where we start. This is the jump off point. Okay. That's our jump off point. There is another option for those that are interested. And this is what you guys have seen me put on the screen. You guys have seen me put this on the screen. This is basically my position analyzer. Okay. This was built for people that have traders that have limited screen space. Okay. What I call real estate. If you guys are trading a laptop or you're trading one screen or maybe even 2 and you want to try to trade a dozen charts or 15 charts or whatever the case may be. Okay. This keeps them, you can actually trade off of this. This will tell you, for instance, the instrument, the time frame. You can see the arrows are forming. So the ES and and silver are both setting up for shorts. Now, if they were setting up for longs, you would see a green arrow. My trend is down. You can see it. It's down on the Unirenko. It's down on silver, etc. Okay, and then so on and so forth. This is 597. So going over, and I'll just give you guys a brief overview, which I'll cover more on Friday, but just to give you guys kind of a, direction. There are 3 membership types, if you will. For lack of a better term, the basic membership is the purchase of the robot. The robot has been priced, which I think is fair, at $3,497. Now, for this trial, I have agreed to discount the robot to $2,497. Okay, $2,497. That is a lifetime ownership. There are no added fees to that. It's basically, single payment, you own it. Whenever we do upgrades or updates to the robot, those are free. We don't charge more. Hey, we just put in a third target or whatever the case may be. If I'd have left that NASDAQ trade on, it just hit first target. If we put in something else, all of those updates are free and they're sent to you from my programmer whenever we do them. So you'll get an updated link. You'll just download it again, import it again, and it'll override the previous version, right? So that's lifetime. It also is accompanied by 3 months in the trade room. Those 3 months will allow for you guys to see it traded, understand it, okay? I can't show you, if I pull, how would I show you individual results? I can't. What gold did, what copper did, what NASDAQ did, ES, etc. I can't. I'm running one account. I'm not running it on multiple SIM accounts. In any event, as I was saying, you have 3 months in the trade room where you'll learn to use the robot, get to understand it, etc. The benefit of the trade room over and above that is the fact that you can take advantage of my order flow trades. Okay? For those that are interested, I use the order flow trades to enhance profitability. Once you've been in the room 2 or 3 weeks and you kind of get used to me and used to the trades and targets and stops, etc., and what we're looking to do, it becomes a lot easier. At the end of 3 months, you will have an option. You can either go on your way and trade the robot. As you can see, so far, we're 3 days into the week. Today is hump day. And we're up some 38, 48, 58, maybe 62, 6,300 bucks in 3 days on the bots. Again, no losing trades today. Doesn't mean we can't have 100 of them tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see what tomorrow brings. But we're well up on the week. So if you want to stay, it's 199 bucks. You will have permanent access to the member area. The member area is located on the main website, targettradingpro.com. You can log in at any time and view the user manual, the educational videos, and all of the chart settings that I am currently using that you have seen. That is correct. That is correct, Kate. All of the chart settings that I have been using and you have seen are all in the member area. So for lack of a, kind of for a catchy, I guess if I wanted to use a catchy phrase, I would say it's essentially a plug and play. You buy the bot, go to the member area, build your chart, put the bot on it, use the settings that we suggest. We're not asking you to figure it out. We're not asking you to play with it for the next 6 months and try to find out how does this thing work? What does it work best on? Blah, blah, blah. You can do that. You can do that. There is a second, you will have access, you will have membership in our Skype group, which is a private Skype group of bot owners. And then you will have permanent access to education on Saturday mornings when I do it. Saturday mornings, I do education at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't make it because you live in another area of the country or the world, or you have something to do on Saturday morning, the sessions are recorded and sent to everyone who is a member. For those of you that are here on trial, your trial will end Friday. Anyone that joins this week and anyone that has joined in the past couple of weeks, I will be doing beginner education on Saturday, this Saturday morning. We'll start at 9 a.m. Eastern. Perfect time for you guys to start to understand the robot, how to use it, etc. Will be this Saturday morning at 9 a.m. The second membership is an annual membership. It's $34.97. It includes the robot. All of the other things, Skype, et cetera, are included in that. But it gives you a break on the annual for anybody that might want to be here in the room for the next year, right? Hang on one second, fellas. The last membership is a 2-year, what I kind of refer to as a mentorship membership. It's really to teach you to trade order flow. For those of you guys that are interested in actually learning how am I generating my order flow trades? I'll come back to that, David. It's a good question. How am I generating my order flow trades? Where is he pulling these numbers from? That's $49.97. It is 2 years in the room, and we get together every single Friday, and I will be starting a new group. I've already got one group. We started 7 weeks ago. This Friday will be 8 weeks, but I will be starting a new group with order flow in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So anybody that's interested in that membership, $49.97, you get the bot. You also get my order flow indicator. It is not a third-party indicator. One of the questions that David just asked one of our trials is, what if I buy the bot and later decide on a one-year membership or a mentorship? I will always give full credit toward any other membership for whatever it is that you paid. So if you buy the bot, $24.97, and in 3 months or 4 months or whatever the case may be, you know, come back and say, hey, I want to join the order flow group, the next order flow group. It's $49.97 minus the $24.97 you paid. It would be $2,500. I will always give credit to everybody. Okay. And coming down to third target at 66 points. Jeff, that you email. No, I have no suggestions. I'm not a programmer. You need to email Joel on that. I can't help you with that. A man has got to know his limitations. How long have I been trading? Well, I started trading in 1996. Guys, I don't hear any news as to what this move could be about. Unless I don't think it's this. Secretary of State Pompeo to designate U.S. operations of 6 China-based media outlets as foreign missions. No idea. You cannot lease the bot on a monthly basis. No. I offer PayPal financing, Kate. 6 months, no interest. And for those that may not be able to get approved through PayPal, the first thing I would ask you to do is, if you're interested in a payment plan, is do a credit application vis-a-vis PayPal. And if for some reason you get declined, and I would need to see the letter of declination, I'm not a bank, fellas, and I'm not really interested in doing payment plans, but I will. But not just because somebody says, hey, I want you to do it. I'd rather the onus were on you. But in any event, if you get turned down at PayPal, I will do a 2-payment plan. That's it. I'm not going to do a monthly, or can I do it over 4 months or 6 months or anything like that? I can't. Once you guys receive my bot, once you receive the download, you are in possession of my intellectual property. It's not a black box. I'm in the process, actually, guys, of patenting. The bot will be patented. My daughter is working on that. Kate, again, you are joining, and I apologize. You are joining on the 3rd day of a trial, and you are kind of behind the 8 ball. What I'm willing to do for you, no worries. What I'm willing to do for you is have you in next week. What I don't really want to do is go back through all of this. the robot is a fully automated system, and you'll be here tomorrow and Friday, so you'll see it. Guys, if there's anybody in the room at this point that has already determined, I'm interested in buying the bot, all you have to do is go to pricing, and you can buy it on the website. It's right here. It's been discounted for you guys on the website. Okay. All you got to do is click the buy now button and purchase it through PayPal. Disregard this back testing strategy at $249. Disregard that. It is $397. And when you click on the buy now, it rings as $498. So this is wrong. So do not attempt to purchase the back testing strategy here. If anyone were interested in that as well, just email me and I'll take care of it. But if you're interested and ready to purchase the bot, you guys have a couple days more in the week. $24.97. It's on the website. This says 2 months room membership. It's actually 3. Anybody have any questions, guys? So again, just to go over today's total, 2510 was our total. No losing trades today on the bot. Send me an email, Dirk. Send me an email. Richard, you can send an email to me at, do you have a pen handy? Do you have a pen handy, Richard? You can send an email to me at my first name, Robert, my last name, Amico, AMICO, the numbers 055 at gmail.com. That's my personal email. So that's 2 instruments. Bots are off. Here's another one. If I'd have left the bot on, we'd have gotten this silver trade. First target, another $1,000. That's actually closer to $1,250. That's all I see. Oh, no. Oh, no. 377 tick on gold. Shorted at 11 o'clock. Another 300 here and 300 here, $600. Yeah, Jonathan, when I came in the room at 8 a.m. Guys, I mean, I literally left probably $3,000 on the table here, right? You got $1,200, $1,300, $1,200 in gold and silver. You got $600 in gold is $1,800. $700 in the ES is $2,500. And then on the NASDAQ, 28 and 37 is 68, 65. 20, another, so who knows, 36, 37, $3,800, guys, left on the table. Now, ordinarily, I would probably still be trading. I have a lot of members, or trial members this week. That is correct, Jonathan. I have a lot of trials in here this week, guys. You already would have paid for the bot based on yesterday. Monday we did 1,000. No, Monday the bots did 2202.50. Yesterday 1611.25, and today, which is Wednesday, we did 2510. And I left a lot on the table today, but 2510. So we're up 3, 2, 11, 13, $6,323. Gerardo, you email me. Send me an email. Send me an email. And tell me what you need, and I'll take care of it. Does anybody have any questions, fellas? We're coming into the end of the session for me. Yes, it can be, Ed. Yes, it can. Not really, Kate. No. You as well, Jeffrey. Nice job, Dirk. The bot, Richard, is currently built for NinjaTrader 8 as well as Sierra charts. You're welcome, Eduardo. If anybody has any questions, guys, holler. I'm happy to answer questions. I got a couple of minutes here. Yes, Kate. Yeah. I mean, listen, you definitely want to obviously attend the room and learn how to use it accurately. We're coming out of Europe here, fellas. Gold might be an interesting long, but let me see here. Gold still has a fairly stiff positive delta. I don't have a gold trade yet. No. It's trying to go long. Does anybody have any questions, guys? Anything at all for my folks that are here for the week? So I'll give you just real briefly for you guys that are here for the week. We tomorrow obviously we'll trade. Those of you guys that have been here for the 3 days should by now have kind of formulated an opinion. We'll trade again tomorrow. Friday is usually a very slow day for me. I like to be done with my day by about 11 a.m. I have my order flow class at noon with my guys. So if you have questions, feel free to email me or call me. My number is on the site. Feel free to call, fellas. Okay? All right, fellas. Have a blessed day. I will see you all in the room tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern. If anybody has any questions, just give me a holler, okay, guys? See you, fellas. Be blessed.